Okay, this is part three of wild muscadines and what to do with it. And I'm going to show you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from the woods. There's several ways of doing it, but you're really going to like this. You're going to cackle at this one. Okay, we're getting to the point where it's almost good. Um, you got to watch it. You don't want to burn it, because if you burn it, it ends up being caramelized sugar. You see, I'm pouring it off. That was liquid, folks. And this is what we're getting at. I'm going to spread it out on that pan. You see that? Let's turn this oven off. Hot. But I'm just going to kind of lightly just kind of put it over like that. And we're just going to let this sit and cool down a little bit. See what we got there, okay? That is pretty much 100% sugar. You see the pan there? Just kind of go in there and scrape as much of that you can out of there. Yeah, we got this sugar here. We're talking about the acorn stuff. Well, here, you just put the acorns in there. Well, this is the acorn stuff I was making earlier. We're going to take some of that and we're going to candionize the acorn. And you basically got a outdoors candy bar. And this is the kind of food that they use to travel with. Very quickly, high energy source of food. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of like a fruit roll-up right now. Extremely delicious. Okay, you might say, well, how do you get the sugar off the pan? Well, or whatever you're cooking with. Well, if it's bark, it's not going to matter. You can just throw it away or just keep cooking it. But if it's a pan, you just put some water in it and you keep boiling in it. And before you know it, you're going to end up with a nice sweet drink that you can add your coffee to, pine needle tea, get all this stuff off the spoon. This sugar will eventually melt into the water and come straight off your pan. But there's another way of doing it if you didn't have that. You could use sand and just rub the sand on top of it. But I'm going to show you a pine cone trick. Okay, you're in the woods, you need a scrub pad. You just get you a pine cone like this, and basically you're going to take it and put it on the ground, and you smash it. And you just keep smashing it, and it's not rolling on this surface. It works better in the woods. There you go. See how you're rolling it? And then all the thorns come off. And what you end up with, rub those thorns off. And what you end up with is a scrub pot. Those little wires right there, that will take that sugar off in no time flat. That's also a brush to brush you off with, washcloth or whatever. And that's how you would do that, just out of a simple pine cone. Okay, earlier I was doing the grape stuff and I was cleaning the pan up. I just added water, and you can see I'm getting a tea. And I'm just going to boil that down, and it's going to clean the whole entire pot. I didn't have to scrub anything. I didn't waste any food value. And actually what I'm going to end up is with a nice little sweet tea that I could add any kind of flavoring I want to. Okay, this is still cooling. As you can see, the juice is not going anywhere. It's totally stuck to the pan. But it's more like a jam. You could actually use that as peanut butter and jelly. You could have took some nuts from like walnuts and made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out in the woods. This one's a little bit harder, but this one's with the oat, acorn, and this is extremely good. But what I'm going to do from here, just for another experiment, I'm going to dehydrate this in the oven, and we're going to go from there and see what happens. Okay, we were cleaning the pot, and I didn't want to throw out the sugar that was caramelized on top of it. So I just added water, and there you go. You got a nice, very tangy tea that's sweet. That's a lot of sugar you would have thrown down the drain, and it would have been wasted energy. And so here's your pine cone. And you can take this right here, and I don't know if you see that caramelized, that stuck, just comes right off with the pine cone. And there's a billion of these in the woods, so it doesn't take long to have a pot. There's no reason to bring all kinds of soaps and junk like that when you have so much to offer in the woods. And that's how you clean your pot right there. You know, clean it right there. That's it. I mean, you rinse that off with some water. That's pretty good to go. And didn't even need that. You could use sand, but sand does wear down the metal and creates a little bit of pitting. So best to avoid that. Like I said, that would have been wasted. So think with your head. Every time you're cooking out in the woods, this is energy that could have been in your system, like I did with the oak acorn, where the silt, if you'd have just poured off the water, you would have lost a whole bunch of silt and you would have lost a lot of calories, just like that. All that energy, throwing it away. You don't throw stuff away here. You make soups out of it. If this was a roast, you're cooking deer meat or something like that, and it's stuck to the pan, add some water, make a broth out of it. Drink that broth. Don't throw anything away. I forgot to show y'all this, but I went ahead and took the liquid sugar stuff and the pulp mix, and I'm putting it on a tray. As you see how easily that slides across. But I'm putting this on a tray because I'm going to bake this at 350, and I'm going to show y'all what happens when you bake this stuff instead of drying it out. You might like this flavoring a little bit better, and it'll give you something to eat while you're it's really hot and very delicious. Now, you could seriously mix this with the acorn, and I think I'll do that. I'll take some of the acorn stuff and mix it with it and show you that one as well. Okay, we baked the grapes, and I'm going to show you what I did here. First of all, I'm just going ahead and take this off. This is the where I just mixed a bunch of the grapes with the acorns, and I made a bread out of it. It is so good. It is literally like a nutty peanut butter jelly sandwich cookie. That in the woods is prime food right there. What I did with the second one is I made this cookie the same way I did that one, but I took some of the syrup that I was making and I put it on top. That's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, people, out in the woods. And people are complaining that wild food is nasty. That's not nasty at all. Okay, right here, this is the sugar, and it comes up, and I'm just going to let that cool. But basically, that's a piece of taffy right there, and the longer you let it sit, the harder it's going to get. And just how it tastes. Oh my gosh, that is literally good. That was the juice we were boiling, folks. And I just boiled it down to the point, and then I baked it. And look at that. That is wonderful food. Now here's the one where I just took the seed, the pulp, the juice, everything. And I'm just taking this off here like that. And I'm going to let this cool for a little bit. This is gooey. This could have cooked a little bit longer. But it is wonderful food. I mean, you just take this. This is just great. This is all this is. It's got almost a fruit leather roll-up taste. And we're going to let this cool. Once this cools, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. But there you go, folks. Acorns and muscadine grapes. No flour, no oil, no sugar, or any source. And I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You beat that in the woods. That is solid food. Okay, the cookie is really set up nice and tough. That's a great travel food. I mean, that's so good. I mean, I can't explain how good that is. And that's all natural, no ingredients from the outdoors. Now, the taffy's cooled off. Almost bend it everywhere. It's a little sticky, but that's just pure juice. And you take it and fold it over. Just make these little shoot balls out of it if you want to, and that could be taken on a travel. That is so good. I can't explain how good that is. You're just gonna have to try it for yourself. I want to talk about when I was telling you about the vines that grow up in the tree and cover the canopy. When you were walking along a place and you start seeing a lot of the berries on the ground, but you want to gather more, what you want to do is climb as high up on that vine as you can. Just start shaking the vine, and a lot more muscadines will actually fall down to the ground, so you can get more food. That's a plus. And a lot of times you'll see squirrels; those will just come running away from that area, and that's the time of the year to shoot squirrels with a shotgun. That's a good way to hunt squirrels in the early season. Is look at the muscadines. Just over the overview, it pretty much took 5 minutes to pick those grapes. Maybe a little bit longer if you want more. But in reality, you could have just squeezed those grapes and ate them just plain or whatever. But processing time, I mean, to smash it and all that and to cook it, and it doesn't really take a lot of time at all. But the mere mashing of it and mix it with acorn, I mean, that's instant food right there. And so you don't really need even cooking once you process your acorn. And so very simply, I mean, the best thing I think would do is to dry it out as much as you can, to store it for later use, and go from there. But you can reconstitute it with a little bit of water, and then mix it with the acorns, and that way you can make that acorn mush, or you can make the bread cookies that were really good. I think for most of my money, that's what I want to do. I want to take um, that seeds and everything that I crushed up, mix it with the acorns, make a patty, and cook it. That is some good bread. I mean, if you never tried it, you need to try it. If you don't know the process, go back to the acorn video I have and learn how to process acorns. Thank you. No, I'm just waiting here, drying on the grapes, and that way I can powder it up for later use. But in reality, I made the acorns, and I made enough for you know roughly a couple of days worth, and I don't have to do anything. I just went out there and grabbed some grapes, smashed it up, made my bread. I don't really have to work all that hard. The rest of the day is just kind of sitting around doing nothing, doing projects, and I'm going to eat well in the woods at this time of the year, and uh, it can easily be done. Like I said, I'm doing all these methods in the way in the wild is how you would do it, or how the Indians did it, because there is no sugar, there is no flour, there is no grocery store. So you need to learn how to do it without those ingredients. All the videos I've seen seem to show you how to incorporate it into cooking. Okay, this has kind of been drying for a while. This is the sugar juice, and it's literally basically like a fruit roll up. I could leave it a little bit longer, which I'm going to do, but I'm not going to stay up all night again. But that's pretty much a taffy right there. You got the oak stuff up here, the oak acorn and that, and that's pretty much a good travel food too. Now this is the stuff that's powdered. The pulp of everything, and I'm going to keep drying that out, and just going to end up grinding it once I'm done. And it's pretty much going to be the same thing as the powder that I had earlier. It's just going to be a little bit more stickier because it has sugar. And I hope this has been very, very helpful. When you get these basic fruits and stuff involved, and then you incorporate wild greens and mismatch things like passion fruit and different stuff like that, you can easily make a good meal in the woods. Thank you.